Over the course of United States history, there have been melodies that have traveled farther than the people who wrote them. Songs born in war, worship, entertainment, that somehow became part of the national consciousness. Many of these songs became iconic symbols that represent us, but they didn't begin with that intention. They often began as something simpler: a poem, a work song, a stage performance, a moment of grief, or a moment of pride. And time remembers these songs long after their creators have passed on. This is a story about those songs, and how they became something larger, and collectively tell our story. This is The American Adventure. Yankee Doodle is one of the oldest and most recognizable songs in American history, but it didn't begin as a patriotic anthem. It actually started as an insult. The tune was already well known by the mid-1700s, a decade before the American Revolution. Its exact origin is unclear. Like much traditional and folk music, it likely transformed and evolved over time, rather than being written by a single person. Some accounts credit a British Army surgeon, Richard Shuckburgh, who may have written early lyrics during the French and Indian War to mock colonial soldiers. But historians today aren't certain of the validity of this claim. What is clear is that by the 1760s, British troops were using Yankee Doodle to make fun of Americans. Even the song's name is an insult. Yankee was a derogatory nickname the British used for colonists, while the term doodle meant a fool or a simpleton. And the famous lyric, "stuck a feather in his cap and called it macaroni," wasn't a nonsense phrase. Macaroni refers to the fashionable, overdressed European men, especially the French, during the Rococo period. So the image is of a clueless American trying and failing to appear sophisticated. In total, the song paints the colonists as unsophisticated, ridiculous, and weak. The British commonly played Yankee Doodle as they marched into battles like Lexington and Concord, using it as a musical taunt during the early stages of the American Revolution. But something happened that the British didn't expect. The Americans adopted the song. What began as anti-colonist mockery was transformed into anti-British defiance. Colonists started singing Yankee Doodle themselves, turning the insult into a symbol of pride. This kind of reversal, taking an opponent's weapon and reclaiming it, is part of what makes the song so powerful. And by the end of the Revolutionary War, Yankee Doodle had become a symbol of American identity. There's even a famous story, possibly apocryphal, about the British surrender at Yorktown in 1781. As British troops marched out, they reportedly refused to acknowledge the American army. In response, the Marquis de Lafayette ordered American musicians to play Yankee Doodle. The message was clear. The song that once mocked them now celebrated their victory. Beyond what it represented, the song's structure helped it spread. It's simple, repetitive, and easy to remember, qualities that made it ideal for reuse. Over time, countless new verses were written, often political or satirical in nature. During the Revolution, some versions even criticized political and military figures like George Washington. In later conflicts like the War of 1812 and the Civil War, both sides used the tune to mock each other. The version most people know today, with the lyrics "Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony," likely didn't become standard until the 1800s. In the end, Yankee Doodle is more than just a catchy tune. It's one of America's earliest protest songs, a piece of music that began as ridicule, but was reclaimed through resilience, and it ultimately became a lasting symbol of national identity. The story of Yankee Doodle is one of reclaiming identity and defying tyranny. But America's story is not only told through bold moments of public defiance, but also through quiet moments of reflection. Because in the years that followed, a spiritual awakening would spread across the young nation and give rise to the most enduring hymn of all time, Amazing Grace.
Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony, stuck a feather in his hat and called it macaroni. There was Captain Washington and gentle folks about him, they say he's grown so darn old.